class, welcome to another Smart JAMB series where I take you on a journey to score 360 plus in your JAMB. And we'll be looking at simple AC circuit today. Now, the first question says, at resonance in an AC circuit, is it XL is equal to XC? Of course, it is XL is equal to XC, of course, because we don't have time, because JAMB is speed and accuracy. XL is equal to XC. Now, what is XL? XL is your inductive reactance and XC is your capacitive reactance. All right, so at XL is equal to XC, you have resonance, or at resonance, XL is equal to XC, meaning that 2 pi FL is equal to what? 1 over what? 2 pi FC. All right, 2 pi FC. All right, so this is what we have for that. So number one option, all right, is the correct answer for number one is option A. Now let's look at the second one. We're asked that given this circuit, in the given circuit, what is the ammeter reading? Given that the voltage across the capacitor and the inductor are 300 volts each. All right, let's see how we can quickly solve this question. All right, so they told us that the voltage across the inductor and the capacitor are 300 volts each. So VC is equal to 300 volts. VL is also equal to what? 300 volts. Now we have to find our what? We have to find our resistance voltage, all right, so that we can be able to find the current, all right. But we are given the total voltage. The total voltage flow in the circuit is 220 volts, all right. And the formula we can use is what? V is equal to what? Square root of what? VR squared plus into bracket what? VL minus VC all squared, all right. So this is the formula we can use. So now, we know our V to be 220, all right? 220 is equal to square root of, now, our VR squared is what? We don't know, all right? So we write VR squared plus into bracket. Now, this is going to be what? 300 minus what? 300 what? Squared. Of course, 300 minus 300 gives us 0, all right? 0 squared is 0. Now, 0 plus VR squared, that's going to give us what? Square root of what? VR squared. All right, now this square root will cancel this square, so we have that VR is equal to what? 220 volts. All right, now we have to find the what? Ammeter reading. And how do we find the ammeter reading? The value of the resistance given to us, all right, is what? 100 ohms, or the value of the resistor in this RLC circuit is what? 100 ohms. So the ammeter reading, all right, which is the current, is simply going to be what? V over R, all right, which is the voltage of the resistor. So it's going to be what? 220 over what? 100. Now this 0 takes away this 0. 22 divided by 10 is going to give us 2.2 ampere. Now that's option what? That is option B. All right. So option B is our answer. All right. Now they said calculate the peak voltage. The next question, number 3, says calculate the peak voltage of the mains supply of RMS value of 220 volts. Now, how do we do that? Now, just know that your what? Peak voltage is equal to what? VRMS multiplied by root 2. So our V naught, which is our peak voltage, is going to be equal to, we are giving the RMS value to be 220. That's going to be 220 times root 2. This is going to give us 311.1 volts, which is approximately 311 volts, which is option what? Option A. All right. Now, let's solve the last question. All right, so the last question says in the AC circuit above, what is the capacitive reactance? What is the capacitive reactance? Now let's go straight to solving that. So now the capacitive reactance, what is the formula for the capacitive reactance? Now capacitive reactance XC is equal to 1 over 2 pi FC. All right, so our XC is going to be equal to 1 over what? 2 times pi times, what is our frequency? Our frequency is what? 50 over what? Pi. All right, multiplied by what? Our capacitance. What's our capacitance? Our capacitance is what? 10 microfarad. So that's going to be equal to 10 times 10 to the power of minus 6. Now, please take note of submultiples. All right, take note of submultiples. This is micro, which is times 10 to the power of minus 6. So take note of submultiples. Now let's do some cancellation. Of course, pi will take away pi from here. All right, now this is going to be XC is equal to what? 1 over, now this is 2 times 50, all right, which gives us what? 100 times this 10, that will be 1000 times 10 to the power of minus 6. So this is going to be what? 1 over, I can write this as 10 to the power of what? 3. Alright? So that will be 10 to the power of 3 multiplied by 10 to the power of minus 6. Now according to the law of indices, that will be 1 over, you can bring this into 10 to the power of 3. Adding this, that will be plus into bracket minus 6. Of course, plus times minus. That gives us what? 1 over what? 10 to the power of what? 3 minus 6. And that's going to give us what? 1 over what? 10 to the power of what? 3 minus 6 gives us what? Minus 3. Now I can bring this 10 to the power of minus 3 up and it becomes 10 to the power of 3, which is the same thing as 1000 what? 1000 ohms. Because our capacitive reactance is measured in ohms. Alright? So that will be the answer to that question. Now, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and hit the subscribe button. And after you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification button. Alright? Now, don't forget to share this video. Hit the subscribe button now.